Hey family, it's been a minute. Happy New Year to all of you. I do trust that you had a productive year last year. You enjoyed your Christmas, but here we are, a brand new year 2025, and I hope and trust that we're still holding firm to our faith. We are still believing in God. We are trusting His promises, and we're doing all of that which He's called us to do. Of course, you guys are tuned in to She Can't Sing, the she being me. I wanted to finish the series on Tehillah Praise, which was my 2022 EP when I just came on the scene. I still have a couple songs left to share with you. Marvelous and also Use Me. And I think the one I want to talk about, if I'm going in order of how I wrote these, it would be Use Me. And I've shared with you guys in the initial stage that I went through a moment of silence when my voice was being removed from me, literally, even in the sense where I was not even able to truly speak. And when I was going through this process, I had my keyboardist, big up yourself, Domingo Hill. He would play for me during this time, and he would just play melodies for me because usually I would sing with him, but I wasn't able to do so this time, so he would just play melodies. And I remember him playing a very beautiful melody. It sounded so beautiful to my ear that day. And it was like, dum, 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 dum. I recorded it a little bit, and I remember going to my bed, and about 4 a.m. that morning, well, the following morning, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it's almost like I'm worshiping in my sleep. And while I didn't have any voice per se, I heard the melody come back to me. And when the melody was playing, all I could hear in my spirit was use me, use me. You know, Lord, I avail myself. So it's almost like it's a prayer and it's a worship in the same sense. And I grabbed my phone. I grabbed my phone and I began to hum it as best as I could, and I sang it as best as I could with the voice that I had, so I wouldn't forget, you know, the lyrics that was coming to me. And I eventually got my voice back when I found out that I had to do this. We call it a capstone project, but when I had to do this EP, I had to do this demo, if you will. This was one of the songs that I said would be on it because it's and I did call it that, Use Me, My Prayer. Because if you go back and you listen to the lyrics of it, it's not a very wordy song, but I think it is a very powerful song in that time, pouring out myself or admitting to what He has called me to do. Because previously He had said to me, go, and I remember singing a song. I need to find that song. I remember singing a song that says, Lord, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But he called me and I was not ready. I didn't feel like I was ready to do all of this. Mind you, I didn't fully surrender my life to Him. So I felt like I wasn't ready. And when I recall myself being in that low moment, being in that time of rest, as I like to call it, where I wasn't able to do anything. I couldn't moderate, I couldn't worship, I couldn't do anything. In that moment, I found myself pouring out to Him, Lord, I avail myself, whatever you ask of me. I'm just there saying, use me, because that's the chorus. Use me, na-na-na-na, use me. And that became my prayer for my life. And even today, while I'm 3 years in, you know, I still ask the Lord to use me. I still almost like I renew that vow. So yeah, the long and the short is being in that low moment, as we'd like to see it. And I tell people, sometimes the Lord put you in that separation period or put you in that time of quietness for Him to work on you, for Him to build certain characters inside of you. And even though as believers, we don't like to be in those valley moments, I believe that those are the most beautiful moments that a Christian can ever encounter, because in that moment, you can vividly recognize that that God is there with you. In that moment, you can hear exactly what He's asking you to do. In that moment, the communion is rich. In that moment, you are being strengthened. You are being encouraged. You're being motivated to do what you need to do. So the valley moments for me are those moments that are valuable in terms of building that Christian character, building that character that God wants us to have. So use me literally came in my quiet time while I was laying up in my bed, while I guess I was praying and worshiping at the same time. Just me telling the Lord that I am available. It reminds me of that parable where the two sons were asked who would work in the vineyard, and one of them said yes, like right off the bat, and then the other said no. But that one that said no, he eventually came back and agreed and said yes, he will do it. And every time I read that parable, I remember myself, because when I was first asked, I said no, I'm not ready. But in this moment, in this valley moment, recognizing and understanding who God is, I was able to go back and said, Lord, I avail myself. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Listen to the song. All of these songs that you're hearing can be found on every major digital platform. It's also on my YouTube channel at Tidra Bennett. So you guys listen to the song. Leave me a comment so I can know how you find the song, or let me know, any testimony that you would like to share when you were in your valley moment. Y'all interact with the video so that I can have that conversation with you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for the last song that was on the EP, Marvelous. Do remember, listen to this portion of the song. Leave me a comment. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Love you guys, and keep on pushing. Brand new year, same responsibilities, even more might be added, but keep on going at it. Until next time, love and blessings.